When a quarterback trips twice and still wins the game, you know something extraordinary just happened. In what can only be described as one of the most bizarre yet thrilling finishes of the season, Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence stumbled his way into NFL history, delivering a game-winning touchdown that left the Kansas City Chiefs reeling from yet another heartbreaking defeat. The final score, 31-28, in a Monday Night Football showdown that had fans on the edge of their seats until the very last second. Picture this, just 30 seconds remaining on the clock, and Lawrence takes the snap. But instead of executing a clean play, he loses his footing. Not once, but twice, collapsing to the turf in what looked like a complete disaster in the making. Yet somehow the 26-year-old signal caller managed to regain his balance, scramble back to his feet, and power his way across the goal line for a 1-yard rushing touchdown that sent the home crowd at Everbank Stadium into absolute pandemonium. Lawrence, who had already punched in another rushing score during the third quarter, while completing 18 of 25 passes for 221 yards and an additional touchdown through the air, called the sequence crazy. But his head coach, Liam Coen, chose a more colorful description for what transpired. "It's a goofy finish," Coen remarked after the game. The former offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, now in his inaugural season as an NFL head coach, has guided the Jaguars to an impressive 4-1 start, their best opening record since way back in 2007. But what a tough moment for him to be able to say he wasn't going to lose, and that's kind of really what it comes down to, Coen continued. He wasn't going to lose, and he made an unbelievable individual effort that hopefully can continue to springboard us. But here's where it gets controversial. Should the Chiefs be panicking right now? Despite a heroic performance from superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who completed 29 of 41 passes for 318 yards and a touchdown, while also leading his team on the ground with 60 rushing yards and another score, Kansas City couldn't pull off the victory. Mahomes' desperate Hail Mary attempt on the game's final play fell incomplete, sealing the Chiefs' fate and dropping them to a concerning 2-3 record. This marks the third consecutive loss for Kansas City following a 27-21 setback against the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil and a 20-17 home defeat at the hands of the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. What's particularly troubling, all three losses have been decided by a single score, a stark contrast to last season when the Chiefs built their reputation as clutch-time masters, winning an incredible 11 one-score games while chasing a historic three-peat championship. The dramatic shift in fortune hasn't gone unnoticed by Mahomes himself. "We have the guys, and we've executed at certain points in games and looked really good, but we crush ourselves with penalties and mistakes," Mahomes admitted candidly. "We've done that to ourselves all season long. It's been one guy here or there. In this league, it's so close that those moments change games. We've got to be better. We've lost too many games already." Early in the contest, everything seemed to be falling into place for Mahomes and company. After connecting with tight end Travis Kelce for the game's opening score, Mahomes added a rushing touchdown early in the second quarter, staking Kansas City to what appeared to be a commanding 14-0 advantage. But Lawrence, who had struggled somewhat through the season's first few weeks, answered the Chiefs' challenge with authority. He found receiver Parker Washington for a 3-yard touchdown strike, then added a rushing score of his own to knot the game at 14-14, heading into the third quarter. And this is the part most people miss. The turning point came on what should have been a routine touchdown pass. Mahomes attempted to connect with receiver Juju Smith-Schuster in the end zone, but Jaguars linebacker Devin Lloyd had other plans. Lloyd intercepted the pass and then proceeded to juke past a helpless Mahomes on his way to a spectacular 99-yard interception return for a touchdown, giving Jacksonville its first lead of the night at 21-14. The Chiefs, showing their championship pedigree, responded quickly. Running back Kareem Hunt burst through for a 5-yard touchdown run early in the fourth quarter to tie things up once again at 21-21. A Jacksonville field goal with 8:13 remaining put the hosts back on top, but Mahomes orchestrated an impressive 86-yard scoring drive, capped by another Hunt rushing touchdown that gave Kansas City a 28-24 lead with less than 2 minutes left on the clock. That's when Lawrence took over. He led the Jaguars on a crucial 60-yard drive, including a deep 33-yard completion to Brian Thomas Jr., before his unforgettable and admittedly awkward stumbling touchdown run sealed the victory. "I mean, I just panicked, honestly," Lawrence confessed when asked about the game-winning play. "I was trying to get up to get the ball out of my hands. We didn't have any timeouts left, so I was really going to just stand up and launch it out the back of the end zone." What makes Lawrence's performance even more remarkable is the context. According to ESPN, he had rushed for just 2 touchdowns across his entire first 4 seasons in the NFL. On Monday night alone, the 2021 first overall draft pick matched that total in a single game. That's something I've realized just the first couple weeks. "I think I've had some opportunities to be able to extend plays using my legs," explained Lawrence, who led the team with 54 rushing yards on 10 carries. "That's our greatest asset on third down besides guys getting open in coverage. The defensive schemes are really good, and sometimes they cover all the guys, and our O-line has been blocking really well. So being able to escape, use my legs, make the defense defend the whole field made a big impact for us tonight." Looking ahead to Week 6, the Jaguars will host the Seattle Seahawks, 3-2, at home on Sunday, while the Chiefs face a daunting challenge against the red-hot Detroit Lions, 4-1, later that same day. Here's the real question, though. Are the Chiefs' championship aspirations already in serious jeopardy at 2-3, or is this just a temporary rough patch for a team that's proven time and again they know how to win when it matters most? And what about Lawrence? Is this the breakthrough moment that transforms him from a talented but inconsistent quarterback into a legitimate franchise cornerstone? What do you think? Are the Chiefs in real trouble, or will they turn it around? And did Lawrence's goofy touchdown prove he's finally arrived as an elite QB? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear whether you think Kansas City can recover from this brutal start, or if their dynasty is crumbling before our eyes.